Oh, they're in game. Okay. This is game 3 of Zaun Cup Day 1, the final game of the day. And finally, we see a switch up here. We are going to have Yone mid, Lilia jungle, Alawi top, Vayne Blitz bottom lane. Almost switching out everything. They're going up against Set, Gragas, Senna, Yasuo, and Gangplank. It seems like it's... Oh gosh, actually I can't tell. It's Gangplank mid? Question mark? I guess we'll find out once we get in game, but this will be the third and final game of Zaun Cup Day 1. Now while we wait, I'm just going to check a few things here. Okay. Just getting ready. I also need to upload the previous games. So that one's upload complete. Let me just, while we're waiting for the game to begin, upload game 2. Where is my file for game 2? There it is. The soul-crushing defeat. Hopefully they can end off Clash on a good note. They are now playing for a 3rd, 4th place finish. A minute 30 out, and then we will get into the final game. Caster fatigue is slowly setting in, but it's not a big deal. But hopefully for my sake, they make this game quick. Although because there's Senna on the enemy team, this will probably not be quick. I do need to take a deep breath and slowly rest my voice after this, because it's been a while since I've casted a lot of games back to back like this, and I need to get my voice back to the place it was before, because this was as fun as it was to do this again in an uninhibited environment where I don't have to worry about a lot of things happening in the background. This is not necessarily something I was prepared for to do again. My voice is not where it should be. Definitely strained it a little bit. It's not like, oh, I tore my throat. It's not like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with a sore throat or anything. But the fatigue is slowly setting in, and it's actually physically exhausting now. It almost seems like both a physical and a mental workout. It's not necessary. It's not like I benched my max or anything, but it's definitely pretty exhausting to try to keep up. But enough griping. We have a game to cast, so let's get down to it. Games 3. Let's get into the action. Team EZW against Burger King. I refuse to complete their pun. Let's see who wins here. Once again, it's actually, might actually be Gangplank top. That's pretty funny actually. That means they're gonna stick a Set mid. I'm not sure if Set functions very well in a shorter lane, just because you kind of do want longer distances around them. Oh no, it's Set support. What am I thinking? I didn't even see the Yasuo until I rearranged the scoreboard. I even called his name out. How did I completely blank that out? Maybe it is like the last game of the day syndrome. Blue team, they're stacking up for something cheeky. This is the last game of their clashing. Might as well go out with a bang, right? Red team, they're sending 3 people to guard the brush, but they're guarding the wrong brush. Unless it's Set. Oh, he's gonna walk in. They see each other. No explosive play. Set bravely checking in, awaiting the grab. He is safe and sound. Gonna make his way out.
Minions have spawned.
Now we have the game beginning now, with once again Gragas starting red side and Lilia starting red side. No further invade, no further cheeses. We're just going to get to a clean start and the two brothers start slapping it out in the mid lane. And both players not hitting anything. Illaoi and Gangplank, also two characters with storied history. I think everybody saw that loading screen tip now. By now it's a meme. Illaoi was Gangplank's first love. Pretty sure everybody's seen that loading screen tip at least once if you play like a semi-high number of league games, rather. The two brothers throw slapping it out. Yasuo is actually winning. That's a beautiful sidestep here. And he's actually walked too far forward, take the tower shot. However, the question sweep is not there because it doesn't hit the Yasuo. There's no shield given to the Yone. Ignite has been expended onto the Yasuo with no kill converted. And Yone still has his. That's critical. Yasuo was handily winning that trade until he accidentally tanked that tower shot. But so far, nothing bad has happened. It's still fasting Senna down there. So she's just gunning away at the Vayne. Yasuo getting knocked out here by the tornado. Or rather the wind wave, or whatever the heck Yone shoots out. Oh, this time the wind wave gets completely wind wall. However, this time it's the ignite diff. Unless the flow shield is there, the last tick of ignite is tanked out by it, which means no kill either to the Yone. And now both brothers have lost their ignites. No solo kill to either player. It must be pretty tilting for both of them. Perhaps more so for the Yone. Because it seriously seemed like he had Yasuo dead to rights there. Senna going in for some aggressive trades. It is the fasting build. So really we're looking at the set CS going up against the Vayne, and they are currently tied unless... Oh, the Yasuo runs face first into his ally Gragas for support. Meanwhile, top lane, Lilia is going onto the Gangplank. He's become a vessel. He's slowed down. One more blooming blows will do it. No, the Lilting Seed will not get it. Lilting Seed, Swording Seed. But not Gangplank, Gragas rather, commits the body slam flash. He gets the kill. Vayne flashes forward, very aggressive. Haymaker in the back. She's taking so much damage. She gets grabbed back by the Blitzcrank, but the Senna popping out of the shroud, gunning her down for the kill. 2v2, and now it's just both supports alive in supportal combat, except one of the supports has taken all the farm for himself. So he is basically just another top laner with way less levels than he needs at this stage in the game. Lilia goes back to her farm. She doesn't get the kill onto the Gangplank. Gragas gets the kill. Senna gets the kill. She will die herself as well, but she's gone back and picked up a pickaxe, starting her way onto the Kraken. Vayne and Set gonna brawl it out. Senna gets completely pinned to the wall. Sorry, I was actually distracted, so I didn't say a word for the past few seconds. That's an unprofessionally long period of silence. But I was, at the moment, very distracted about something else. But I am back now. Senna gets pinned to the wall and taken down here. Blitzcrank, unfortunately, was the recipient of that kill. Both kills here on blue team going over to the support, which means that their whole team is still down gold deficit, and not to mention the amount of gold that they do have is not on the right guy. But for now, things are still going okay for both teams. Ignite goes down, traded for Ignite. However, Yone wins the brother slap fight, but he only has to accept a 20 CS deficit to make that kill happen. And once again, Gangplank cooking up a storm up there. Noon Quiver complete for the Vayne. And Lilia goes back for the Sweeper Lens as well. Or I guess it's been called Oracle Lens for a very long time now. I just never changed the name internally in my head. That is a super late triple barrel chain. What is wrong with you? Gangplank kills the barrel anyway because Alawi was stepping on it. So he does get some damage back, but he's been dragged back. That means there's no way to dodge the seed. He does have the oranges to get away from the Lilia sleep. That means it's not being committed. The blooming blows flash forward a little bit too far. She can't get that kill. Oh, the Dream Dust passive is not there either. They will pull back the soul of the Gragas once again. The Gragas saves the Gangplank. He lives with single digit health. How incredibly tilting is that? That was also a misexecution on the Lilia. She got the true damage cone regardless of the flash, and by flashing she put herself in danger of the Gragas. She must have tried some weird prediction, just didn't work out. The hook barely whiffing the Senna, and now the mini wave is crushing in. The Facebreaker drags back the Blitzcrank. The trade is coming down here. Haymaker goes out. True damage hits the Vayne. Ooh. Pretty even trade all things considered. However, they have a massive mini wave to now contend with, and blue team is in their best interest to farm all of this. Senna will gun down the turret plate. She gets solo gold off that there. Crazy. Now Gragas, first to complete the Smite item. He has upgraded it permanently, and he's picked up the most overpowered item in the game, Hextech Alternator, for himself. Blitzcrank clearing the pink, trying to buy some room for the Lilia to come in to set up a play. Vayne, respect tumbling away from the set, anticipating a Facebreaker that never came out. The root is there. He needs to land this grab. It does not hit. And meanwhile, mid lane, the brother is still at it. The Yone has more or less brought up the farm deficit a little bit, still massively behind. But regardless, he's paused back, needs to flash away. The cask is there, but it's buffered through the Fate Seal. Yone gets himself out of there, safe and sound. And here comes the teleport. Alawi coming in for the engage. She pops the tentacles down. 2 tentacles respond instead of 3. Gragas walks out of range. Set gets pinned to the wall, but that's a full grip bar, a full damage Haymaker coming back into the Vayne's face. Now Senna taking free reign to gun her down. Silver Bolt damage is there to equalize the damage. The trade is more or less even, but the Lilia, the Seed gets blocked out. Double knock up by the beautiful Steel Tempest Tornado, which means the Yasuo is out of there. The Vayne gets the kill onto the cannon, and now she's going to start farming her way back. Blue team. Equal kills, but like is the theme of the entire clash so far. Not necessarily told by kills, but consistently down in gold just by farming, and map objectives, and turret plates. Set grabs the Set grabs the Blitzcrank back, flings him in. The Haymaker shield is not enough, and there is the Lilting Lullaby. Senna has been put to sleep, perhaps with no way whatsoever. Hextech Alternator burst with the flash belly slam. Gragas trades one back, but now he's alone. He's committed everything to get in, but that means blue team has also given up the chase, so he's free to get away.
I'm back to see who's winning.
It is not like they could have fought that anyway. Welcome back to the cast. Gangplank up top detonates a few more barrels, and once again, like I said just a minute ago, the theme of this clash has definitely been Team EZW not being behind in kills, but being super far behind in farm and plates and therefore gold.
These do not sound like EZW.
They have in fact only taken 1 W, and it was certainly not easy. That was actually still the best game of the tournament so far. It was so nail-bitingly close for the entire time. Even though it did look like one team was stomping, it's very much not the case. And you could tell because in the last few minutes things got so explosive. But in game 2 it was just not even a competition. The farm differential were so great that yeah, they just got outclassed. And once again, this game, it's almost looking like the same story. Where, yeah, blue team has more kills, sure, but they're still so far down in gold. Blitzcrank has 3 of their 5 kills, which doesn't bode well if your support takes that much money. The hook goes wide, Senna comes back in for the gun. 11 minutes. Almost a 2k deficit. That's really, really bad. Top lane is tied in farm, GP is up 1 assist. The jungle Gragas is absolutely rolling the Lilia in terms of KP. Well, not KP, but just like actually getting kills and getting money. He's got the Predator as well to do even more burst on top of his alternator, which is so strong as an item. Oh my god, that barrel crits. 466 damage to the Alawi. And now she's been set on fire. Have to flash away from the cannon barrage. Gangplank follows up with one more Q to the face. That wasn't the grass proc, but it's not like that kill that would have made the difference on the kill. Lilia puts the Yasuo to sleep. He's been woken up. The face shield is there. Beautiful lockdown for the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, Gragas gets the dive. He finds his 4th kill. It's always been Lilia ganking with somewhere and Gragas ganking somewhere else, and both coming out with a kill. But for some reason, red team just seems to always take a little bit more, and it is adding up huge. Now they are at a solid 2,000 lead ahead. The set gets punched into the air, the haymaker back, the true damage connects onto the vein, and there's the full-on turn, but he's lost the damage. It doesn't even matter. The shield will take everything. The hook is blocked by the Senna, which means that there's the gun. The spirit does not connect. Blitzcrank survives by the skin of his teeth, but can red team fully make it out? Set is recalling. They've let Senna to die. No, he's not recalling. He's cancelled it. Now, will the unit check the brush? Set is making a run for it. He's out of there. They drop only the Senna as sacrifice. But still, blue team has failed to answer the big problem. Not only has GP now taken the first tower, but Gragas is 4-0. With Predator, Tier 2 boots, Alternator, and Blasting Wand. At this stage in the game, he can kill whoever he wants, basically instantly. And to add insult to injury, the Herald is going to be dropped to claim tower number 2. That's such a huge cascade of gold. The turret player hasn't fallen yet, they need 30 more seconds. But this is going to be a full value Herald. Getting 2 towers, that's 10 whole plates. 12 if you count the 2 taken on the bottom lane. That's such an insanely big goal differential. Blue team has not been given room to breathe here in this early game. And 14 minutes in, turret plates has fallen. It's not like it matters. Red team has already plundered it all. Lilia trying to speed farm as much as he can. She's ahead in farm, but now behind in kills because Gragas right now. Such an omnipotent threat, and he can actually lock down Lilia. He has the Predator speed, he has a rocket belt, he has the means to secure kills if he needs to. The crits are coming down hard and fast. Alawi takes 200 to the face, wasn't even with a grasp. The seed connects, but unfortunately it's Gangplank, so you cannot sleep him. His oranges are so sour that will snap him out of any dream. Blitzcrank lining up for an ambush, but he's so alone right now. Vayne is still a fair distance behind him, and even the fasting Senna here, she's allowed the set to outfarm the Vayne. And unfortunately, Alawi didn't quite walk away from the barrel range in time, which means that this is gonna be a solo kill. The Predator was used, but marking someone with Predator and doing nothing else does not qualify you for an assist. Vayne gets taken down here by the set. Beautiful showstopper, slamming it back into 3. The Dream Dust is there. Lilia has not used her ultimate. There it is. It's finally coming down, but Blitzcrank has already died, which means that there's no more backups. 3 bodies for 1. They killed the quote-unquote support who has all the money, but they lost 2 cores and the support in return. And meanwhile, GP is making quick work of that turret up top. This is a crisis mode. They need to respond to this. They've lost so much of the map with basically no investment here from red team. They've drawn so much pressure overall, systematically, across the board. The Yone is being connected back. The cast sends him back. A beautiful last press. This is going to be a huge dive. Gragas will die to the tower there. Yep, he finally does the tower there, but there's the Yasuo. He gets pinned into the wall. Vayne silver bows. He can't find it. The wind wall is beautiful. It stops all the damage, and Vayne gets killed off. 0-5 this game. And once again, it doesn't seem like the game is that doomed. It's only 9-13, right? But no, it's so bad for them right now. This is an insane gold lead. This is 7,000 by only it's 16 minutes or 7,000 gold. Few games can be this one-sided, and in a clash environment, this is not a lead that teams can just let go. They are coordinated. They're not gonna throw this away. Not without a fight. They have so much control. The Gragas has a choking stranglehold on this game right now. He just has to activate his boots and run down whoever he wants. Now the gold lead is still 7,000. And blue team is trying all they can, but it seems like the more they farm, the more money they lose. You can't even lose gold when you die in this game, but it just feels like red team is robbing them blind. Gangplank generates money a lot faster here as well. And suddenly blue team, this bot lane is not long for the world. They send 4 members down here without a sweat. Because the rest of the map virtually has no pressure. Yone is working on that tier 1 tower. He needs to get one back on the board, but that's a sacrifice that red team is happy to take. Because now they get dragon off the back of it. Alawi presses the button, they go for the kill, but the oranges cure Gangplank off the drowsiness. He has to commit flash to get over the wall, but he's already won that 1v2. The amount of health left on Lilia and Alawi summed up is not higher than the Gangplank. He gets his soul pulled back in again. He's not under the tower, he's once again a vessel, but he's dodging the tentacles like it's nothing. Lilia is still trying to make this happen. She's still on the other side of the wall. The seas are coming in, but she's standing on top of a ward. Here comes Yone to join the fight. He is the great equalizer. Unfortunately, they've taken way too long to fight that. Red team has taken Dragon, and now they're on their way up. Lilia dies to Daunting Shadow, and here comes the Gragas. He's joining the fight. He slams the cask on top of Yone's head. He's trying to book it to the center, but he will be killed off by the set before long. Senna gets the gun turned on him, she gets the kill, and the beautiful cast separation into last breath, holding the Blitzcrank in place. Mei flashes into the backline, but that is going to be a horrible play. It was the only avenue, but it looks so bad because really, what other choice do you have at this stage in the game? It's going to be an ace. The only casualty is the Gragas, well, and the Gangplank, but he died early, so who cares? A crushing victory here for red team. They're going to push it all the way down. They want to get the inhibitor of this push at least here. But can they make it happen? Lilia's respawned. The rest of red team has come up. They might not get the inhibitor. They're trying. They're still staying for it. They're so brave for doing that, by the way, but there's the first shutdown onto the Yasuo. They may have way overstayed their welcome. Set goes in for the showstopper, but it's not going to be enough. The turn is not there. Lilting Lullaby doesn't even need to be committed to get 2 very valuable shutdowns, but at what cost? They've lost perhaps a little bit too much. Despite those 2 shutdowns, they're somehow even more behind in gold now. They need to kill that Senna. She is carrying 900 gold on her back. Yone, he's found the Senna. Senna has no way of getting out of that situation. Or so she thinks, because Yone returned to his body. They weren't able to get enough damage down. The shroud is put up, but it's not enough. Vayne finally gets a huge change of gold in her own pockets, but isn't enough. Is it too little too late? The C lands onto the Gangplank, but you know better than to land a sleep on him now. You have to try to man mode him head on, and that is not a good idea. He has been put to sleep. He's not even bothering to orange out of it, and now the Alawi comes in for the trade. One more tentacle slap will do it. She will get it. The minions, will they finish the round? No, they will not. The cask, a beautiful flash to get away from the dodge, but the Gragas smite is a click on, so you cannot juke away from that. Good cleanup here by red team. They win a 2v2, quote unquote win. They probably lose gold off that series of interactions. Red team has lost their gold lead a little bit, but they still hold on to such a commanding margin. Vayne's final hour gets cancelled by a tornado through the stealth. She's still chasing. The final hour speed is still there. 2 more bolts will do it, but she can't find it. Gragas is on the side. The cask is there. He slows down the Vayne, and here's the set. Flash in for the face breaker. That triggers the last breath, and that's going to be a very dead Vayne. Oh no boy, that is not a good turn of events. The face seal goes in. It completely whips the Senna. He's being gunned down. The spirit is staring him up. The Daunting Shadow just barely leaves him alive with double-digit health. Now he's panic recalling. Red team knows where he is. Senna has a dead eye on him, but can she finish a kill? Yes, she can. Yone cannot get it. The shield has worn off. And red team, they were on their way up, so they're like, oh, might as well Baron now. And they're going to help themselves to Baron Nashor. They have no ADC up, no mid lane for the entire duration of this fight. This seems like a gimme for red team, as blue team just doesn't have the members to respawn. They're being completely pressed for members here. The Illaoi is walking in. The Illaoi forgot that she was a top laner this game. But those tentacles are doing a number that's actually enough to push red team off Baron. Surprisingly, the tentacle damage was not a joke. Zed comes in. He grabs 2 members back. The team fight resumes. But blue team, they find many red team members on low health bars. It's not like it matters. They just kill the Vayne instantly. The Seed will kill off the Yasuo from long range. The Gragas drives the Lilia back. They finally clean up a few very low members, but the core fighters are still alive. They still have a very low Senna. They have a Gragas. They backed. They've given off to Baron. But for every body they've lost in that fight, they found a way to take one back. So blue team didn't even fight with a win. They fought to a draw. And at this stage, they need to settle for way more than that. A draw with no shutdowns will not get you the winning plays. Yone snaps back to his body, and the pop damage kills the Gangplank.
Alright, peace out. I'm gonna go dual Q.
Okay. Good luck with your dual Q. Hopefully it goes better than this. Blitzcrank finds the Senna. He's going for the hook. Face sealed, completely whiffs on the side. He will not catch the Senna here. Flashing for the tornado. He's desperate for a kill. He's diving super far in the back. He will get it. Meanwhile, there is a Sen in the back punching away at Bambi. The showstopper slams it back, but he only connects tangentially onto the Yone at the very edge. The Haymaker comes in. Yone is buying as much CC as he can. The Illaoi tentacles are coming down. They're actually winning this fight, but the Yasuo, he dashes back only to be killed off. Ignite, one more take will do it, but there is the stopwatch. Is it poorly timed? Oh, the tentacle does not get the proper slap. Sick timing, question mark. Yasuo finds the time to give the taunt. But despite that taunt, that was a winning fight. It was a 4 for 2. Yone sees red in his eyes. There's blood in the water. He dives so deep for the Senna to try to make that happen. But now it's 5 towers to 2. The gold lead is still there, but it's down to 6,000. Slowly, blue team is trying to fight their way back into this game. But can they do it? I think red team has already shown that they suck at team fighting. Even though, really, with that team comp, you have no reason to be. And it seems like blue team is successfully stalling the brunt of red team's offenses. But they need to play so well for the next minute. Well, not even next minute, next few minutes. To really make this miraculous comeback happen. But there is a lot to be said about staving off a team's offensive momentum. Because now they're no longer as active as they were just even 2 minutes ago. Now they're death brushing, trying to bait blue team in. Little do they know, Lily already sent a seed over, so they know she's not there. The Blitzcrank gets tagged up by the Spirit. He'll flash away, but the root duration, it lasts forever. He gets pulled back with a face breaker. The face seal, it connects onto the 3. Yone is in the middle of it all. He kills off the Gangplank. That was such a beautiful ultimate. Dawning Shadow will not get a kill. Vayne is kiting it out beautifully. She will not kill the Yasuo. But the Senna shrouds up the Lilia seed. It needs to connect. It does connect. It kills off the Senna. That is a 3 for 2. That is a winning team fight for blue team. The Illaoi was not even there. She just now joins the fight. The sustain is there with the shield bow. The Yone survives the burst from the Gangplank. The trial by fire damage was not enough. Red team in their hubris did not buy any healing reduction whatsoever. The Yone is capitalizing off that mistake. Yasuo's Spirit, it gets pulled from over the wall in full vision. There's still a pin cord on top of it. His Spirit is getting beat up. He is recalled back. The vessel, they see where he is exactly. The tentacles are spawning left and right around him, corralling him away. But here's the Illaoi to corner him. He needs to fight his way out. The tornado, he will not come in last breath onto it. Once again, the Spirit gets pulled. If he runs too far, he will be immensely slowed. The wind wall will not save him from the peel. He knows he has to try to go back in the fight. There is no chance for him. He gets slapped in the face and killed off. Once again, blue team, they made a miraculous fight happen. Started off by that beautiful 3-man fate sealed. indeed fate sealed for the red team. And now in a cruel twist of fate here for red team, they're going to lose Baron. Yone detaches from the spirit over the wall. He ults onto the Gragas, doing as much damage as he can, but he oversteps. Senna shuts him down. Blue team secures the Baron Nashor, but at what cost? The re-engage is coming in. Have they overstepped? They have flown too close to the sun, perhaps. The Ignite goes down onto the Vayne. She is in full vision, because Ignite gives you vision on targets, by the way. The Lilting Lullaby finds the miraculous disengage. They lost 3 members to make that Baron happen. Is it worth it? Cannon Barrage is coming up in 1 second. It's up literally now. It's gonna be used to cut off the Vayne. Vayne will tank through the cannonballs and make it back to base. Now Vayne full health, full fury, condemns Gangplank into the wall. The impact kills him. And they found another one. So they give us 3 bodies to get the Baron. But they found 2 kills off the back of it so far. And now blue team is feeling it. They're wearing purple. At least only on 2 people, but they're wearing purple. And they're actually ahead in the Drake count. And once again, every time we check the gold lead, it's down by 1,000. Now they just have 5,000 to make up. Senna's recall doesn't go through, it gets cancelled. Yone detaches from the spirit, the face seal does not connect, but he may have landed enough damage. He flashes forward anyway to confirm the kill. Meanwhile at mid lane, the Set and the Yasuo finds the Yone's return, but the lifesteal, it's so huge! Why have they not bought healing reduction yet? He finally kills off the Yone with the help of a 3rd member, but that's suddenly so many dead bodies here for red team. They lost 3 members trying to kill a Yone. That's not gonna work out for them. And we check the goal lead. Yep, sure as rain. 4,000 behind now. This is like a countdown to destruction. But it's not the destruction the red team may have wanted. They are making it happen. They are actually out team fighting red team here. Red team, despite all of their leads, just cannot properly convert into winning team fights. They are playing the mid game and end game portions here wrong. Plainly and simply, they're not together. They're being picked off. They're playing into blue team's hands. They're letting Lilia and Blitzcrank and Yone find these very valuable picks. Their aggression has been fully stunted at this stage in the game. Gangplank will get a constellation tower to himself. But at this stage, those crit barrels, which look so scary for the Illaoi in the laning phase, can now be mostly shrugged off with sustain. And how come only Senna has healing reduction so far? There's no Bramble Vest user? You're telling me against a team of Yone and Vayne, and even Illaoi, you have no Bramble Vest, you have no Executioner. Gangplank finishes the Collector. Is that really the item you need at this stage in the game? You are collecting nothing but dust and your own teammates' blood, I guess. Because it is not, these fights are being won with blue team's raw sustain with lifesteal, and they are just not shutting that down. The Divine Thunder healing, the Dance mitigation. Even the Illaoi has a healing reduction. Vayne doesn't necessarily have lifesteal. Does Vayne have Legend Bloodlines? Let us check. Oh, come on, lock onto her. Yep, no, that's Alacrity. So yeah, Vayne doesn't actually have lifesteal right now. She has the 3% Omni-Man from the Doran's Blade, that's it. But it's the Yone who has that who has the Death Dance passive healing on kill, as well as the Shield Bow bone lifesteal boost. And it is against these sources of sustain that you have to be careful around. There we go, Yasuo. And Oblivion were picked up by the Gragas. Now 3 sources of healing reduction are coming in. They're realizing the importance of it. Mortal Reminder is finished by the Senna. But really, Gangplank is still one of the members that can most easily apply that healing reduction, and he's not buying Grievous Wounds. If that last item is not Mortal Reminder, I will flip. Gragas is working on Morelos, but that's pretty far away. Now, Oblivion Warp does do very well as cheap sources of healing reduction, but at this stage of the game, the early game healing reduction that Oblivion Warp can provide is just not going to cut it. You needed a full item. You need to finish Morelos. Yone will be consistently low. You have to apply the 60% debuff instead of 40. Vayne is going to zip back to base on her motorcycle. Let's see what she completes. Nothing. Nope. Sells the Dorans. Buys the Executioners. Interesting. So she gave up all of her sustain now. There's no lifesteal left in anywhere. She does have the overheal still, but you're not healing off. Am I high? Is there still a source of lifesteal for her? I don't think so. She's still getting. No, wait. She's still getting the shield from overheal, so she's still lifestealing off something. But she has alacrity. Never mind. Yone just dives in and kills himself. That was highly anticlimactic, but he does blow out the Senna's flash. The bowling ball barely misses her. Lilia doesn't quite have demonic yet. So this damage over time is not as strong as it is, but oh my goodness, that burn. It is setting in hard. Once again, no Yone for this Baron fight, but they made a miracle happen last time without the Yone. They just need to find a way to do it again. Force red team to peel off. Last time Illaoi dove in for the suicide engage. She spawned enough tentacles to drive red team away. But this Baron is falling so fast. By the time they get there, it's already theirs. Illaoi has joined the fight. She needs to slam the ground, but the set has dragged her out of the fight. And the Illaoi has died. The cask fully splits open blue team. That's only one body. It's a 1-for-1. There's still 4 members of red team. They have Baron buff. How did Senna connect that shot? What the heck? I didn't even. She was off screen. Granted, it was rapid fire, but how many souls did she have? 135 spirit. Wow. How did Senna connect that auto attack? Jesus. That is the other wildcard I hadn't even talked about at all. Senna is still scaling. That is the insurance. That's their insurance ticket. And at this point, she's no longer holding a relic cannon. She's holding an op. She's holding a Magnum sniper rifle. Just like a high caliber. She's holding a high caliber sniper. And she's having it pointed to everybody's heads. 5 more souls gets her to 140. 4 more now. Dragon always drops 2. But blue team, they found everybody. Red team, they're actually not pushing with this Baron. They're intent on denying the soul point. Well, denying the soul entirely, rather. The Fate Seal does not connect onto anybody. Gragas secures the Dragon. They deny the Cloud Soul. And that's gonna be 2 dead here for blue team so far. The team fight is already broken wide open. Vayne is in the back, trying to kite out the gameplay. She does make the fight happen, but there's already 3 bodies dead. The Vayne will have to leave the fight, and the Illaoi cannot make it happen. That's gonna be 2 for 5. Vayne gets killed off on the side as well. Yasuo has found her and finished her off. So nobody alive here for blue team. Is this the end of their miracle? We can see the goal lead now that we're checking back. It's gone back to 8,000. It's now very telling of the way that the game has gone. They did a beautiful job stunting the aggression, but ultimately it may not have been enough. And now they gun down the inhibitors. They're making the final push. Inhibitor 1 falls, but they're ignoring the second one. They're going straight for the Nexus Towers. One has fallen. The second one is falling as well. Yone is up in 3 seconds.
Check.
Yone has spawned. So is the Blitzcrank. The Fate Seal goes down. The game freezes, which means, I know what this means all too well by now. It means the game has ended with EZW's defeat at the end of Game 3. So EZW will finish Clash at 4th place. Second in the first constellation tier. So 4th place. That concludes the coverage for Zaun Cup Day 1. Please join us for Day 2 if I'm around to cast it.